Did the Honorable Fatuma Gedi confirm when she appeared before this committee that indeed she is the one who took that letter from an officer of Parliament? The answer is yes, Honorable Speaker. So what we are doing, Honorable Speaker, is that we must protect the integrity of this House. And to me, Honorable Speaker, protect me. Well, you should protect me from this Gladys Wanga. Why are you making noise? This is Parliament. This is not your house. Honorable Speaker, you should protect me.
Yes, you are protected.
Honorable Speaker, I will punch this lady who is making noise to me. Don't make noise here. Eh?
Honorable Passaris.
What are you doing?
Honorable Passaris.
I can punch you.
Honorable Passaris.
What are you doing here? What are you?
Honorable Passaris. Honorable Passaris. Honorable
Why are you
Passaris.
abusing me? For what purpose? For what purpose? For what purpose? What the purpose? You are becoming unruly. Stupid. Why is she?
Honorable Passaris. Honorable Passaris. Honorable Passaris. Honorable Passaris. If you are, I will not allow disorder. Get away from me. Get away from me. I have not called you. I'm calling you to stop grimacing at members. Can you go back there? Order. I'm on the floor. The Honorable Passaris, you appear to be burning with something. Say it.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In the era of increased gender-based violence, when a member actually threatens to punch another member, and especially a woman in the House, and some of the things that you didn't hear were the insults that he was levying. Even I can't repeat the insults, but I won't go there. So the fact is, Honorable Didmus is standing here, besides wanting to beat me, and I challenge you with your, I'm sure
Honorable Passaris.
No, I mean,
I've just read to you standing under 107. And you know, maybe you have not, it has not been applied to you. It's just about to. Don't be personal. Yes. Honorable Wanga, you are not directing me. You know, the Honorable Masara, please appreciate this. If you want to contribute, you press an intervention. When you speak, while sitting there, you are making noise. You are actually causing disorder, for which standing under 107 will be applying very soon. Yes. Honorable Barasa.
Honorable Speaker, you know, the Powers and Privileges Committee has the responsibility to determine any matter that is brought before the committee, Honorable Speaker. And whatever this committee was investigating was leakage and misuse of public information, Honorable Speaker. And what I want to tell this House is that we need to ask ourselves 3 questions. One is to whether we had if the letter from DCI to the Clerk of National Assembly was leaked into the media, Honorable Speaker, and the answer is yes. We also need to ask ourselves a second question. Did the Honorable Fatuma Gedi confirm when she appeared before this committee that indeed she is the one who took that letter from an officer of Parliament? The answer is yes, Honorable Speaker. So what we are doing, Honorable Speaker, is that we must protect the integrity of this House. And to me, Honorable Speaker, protect me. Well, you should protect me from this Gladys Wanga. Why are you making noise? This is Parliament. This is not your house. Honorable Speaker, you should protect me.
Yes, you are protected.
Honorable Speaker, I will punch this lady who is making noise to me. Don't make noise here. Eh?
Honorable Passaris.
What are you
Honorable
doing?
Passaris.
I can punch you.
Honorable Passaris.
What are you doing here?
Honorable Passaris. Honorable Passaris. Honorable
Why are you abusing me?
Passaris.
For what purpose? For what purpose? For what purpose you planning? What the purpose? You are becoming unruly. Stupid. Why is she?
Honorable Passaris. Honorable Passaris. Honorable Passaris. Honorable Passaris. If you are, I will not allow dishonor. Get away from me. Get away from me. I've not called you. I'm calling you to stop grimacing at members. Can you go back there? Order.
I'm on the floor. I must.
Yeah. 107, yes. Yes. The penalty? Huh? Order. Order, members. Order, take your seats. I can see we are soon going to get to good business. Honor members, standing order number 107, subsection 1, reads as follows. A member commits an act of disorderly conduct if the member, A, creates actual disorder, knowingly raises a false point of order, unnecessarily interrupts proceedings or consults in a disruptive manner, fails to record abstention in a division, fails to declare personal interest in a matter before the House, or a committee in accordance with Standing Order number 90. Deliberately gives false information to the House, makes allegations without, in the Speaker's opinion, adequate substantiation, threatens to use violence against a member or other person in the House or committee, votes more than once in breach of these standing orders, commits any other breach of these standing orders that, in the opinion of the Speaker, constitutes disorderly conduct. 2, the Speaker may call a member whose conduct is disorderly to order, and A, caution the member, or B, order the member to withdraw from the precincts of the Assembly for a maximum of 4 days. That is in the first instance. Honourable members, as you know, it's only fair that the House conducts itself in a manner that is dignified. When I call out a member to caution them that the behavior they are about to engage in is disorderly, I'm merely warning that any persistence in that conduct may result in the action being taken against that member, which will include, in the first instance, the suspension from the precincts of Parliament for 4 days. So, honourable members, I think we are almost at the tail end of this session. I hope none of us, none of you, wants us to end the session in a situation where a member is either going to be suspended or to be forcibly ejected out of the House, whose consequences are graver than this. And when I see the Sergeant-at-Arms staff come to cool you, to calm you, remember, if they touch you, and I want you to just read these standing orders. If they touch you a bit, if I tell them to touch you, you will be out of this chamber, the precincts, not just the chamber, the precincts of Parliament, including your offices in Continental House, for a very long time. Please, let us not get to that. Or would like is provided to them in the most convenient way. And to ensure, inter alia, that the mace is at all times guarded. So, if you are not happy about a member's contribution, please don't shout at them. Don't shout at them. If you like, I will give you an opportunity to say something. The Honorable Wanga claimed that when she rises and calls for the mover to be called upon to reply, the Speaker must. Please just read Standing Order 95 fully. So you can't keep shouting at your place for whatever reason. You may be very, very angry even with the decision of the Speaker. But you know, if you feel that angry, just take a walk, go and have a cup of tea. Yeah? You will relax. I'm sure you will cool down. There's a lot of water even. So just, you cannot behave as if we are conducting public rallies in the House. In as much as I know you do out there. But when you're here, let's have some dignity. So if you don't like, please wait for your chance. Your turn will come, and you will contribute. Remember, there's nothing, or even this report will be decided upon by yourselves. So So what is the hurry? What is the, why do you want the Honorable Rosa Buyu? I'm happy now you're taking water, yes. And you have cooled down. Yeah? Yeah, it's good, yes. This is good. So Honorable Rosa Buyu, Honorable Masara, Honorable Esther Passaris, Honorable Wanga, I do not want to have to call you to order again. Please. Your chance is going to come. You will say what you want to say, provided you say it within the limits of the standing orders. So let's just relax. I don't know what it is you may have taken over lunch, but it may be harassing you, but just relax. If you can't, go and seek medical attention. So I don't want to have to read to members standing under 107 again, or indeed 107A. I'm doing this because I realize that, I've read it because I realize that all of us just make references to the standing orders without regard to what indeed they say. I do not have to read it again and allow the business to be transacted. In a short while, you make a decision. So let's proceed. Honorable Barasa, you are on your feet.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want again to reiterate my position that I support this report. This is a fair report. It was done in a very professional manner, Honorable Speaker. The findings of this report reflect the true picture of what happened, Honorable Speaker. And this is one of the committees that is chaired by the chairman, who's been a person of high standing in legal fraternity, somebody who understands the law, and that this House, we should not behave in a manner that seems to appease our various political formations, Honorable Speaker, but we must debate soberly within the principles of the law, and we should be guided by the facts that were presented before the committee, Honorable Speaker, because, Honorable Speaker, it's very important that the files that are being held in the office of the Clerk of National Assembly must not be made in a way that anybody can just access them to further their own personal interest, Honorable Speaker. This is a report that I've gone through the findings and the recommendations. They are very fair, Honorable Speaker. While the Act gives the powers of this committee, Honorable Speaker, to order a member to vacate his or her seat, but this committee has just recommended that the Honorable member to be reprimanded. This is a very fair recommendation, Honorable Speaker. And I want to ask my friends, the members of this House, that let us debate issues with our brains, not with our energy. It is not that every time when you have a disagreement, Honorable Speaker, that we want to sort out your differences by blows, by abuses, Honorable Speaker, but we should restrict ourselves to the facts that are contained in this report, Honorable Speaker. For these very few remarks, I say I support this report. It represents the facts the way they are, Honorable Speaker. And the person whom we were also investigating, Honorable Speaker, appeared before this committee, and indeed she confirmed that she went to Nur, and she, very many times, she coerced that parliamentary staff, she was given the documents, she leaked the documents to the media. This is a fact, Honorable Speaker. And I want to urge my friends in this House to support this report. Today we are looking at this report, Honorable Speaker, but tomorrow we will have another member who will also using unscrupulous means to get documents or reports that will affect each one of us, Honorable Speaker, to get them into the media, Honorable Speaker. What we are doing as a House is not just, we are not just punishing Honorable Fatuma Gedi, but we are sending a warning that nobody has the powers to coerce a parliamentary staff to get access to documents that is not entitled to, Honorable Speaker, and this will also prevent further occurrence of this particular act, Honorable Speaker. So for this very few remarks, Honorable Speaker, I support.
Member for Funyula.
Honorable Speaker, thank you for this opportunity. I've had an opportunity to go through the report. Yes, a lot is contained in that report. And knowing the limitations of Parliament, and knowing the limitations that going through the report, since quite a number of allegations have not been verified. While it is abhorrent to leak official documents, but indeed, Honorable Speaker, it is also not fair where we stand to stand in public and debate the conduct of our colleague in public view in front of national media and everything else, knowing that now we have placed a gag on the matter leading to this particular matter. Honorable Speaker.
What's your point of order?
Honorable Speaker, I think, as you said, we have our standing orders and we read, but we don't seem to really interpret and understand what the standing orders provide for. Because what we are debating, Honorable Speaker, is a report by a committee of this House. And the House has every right to debate and consider reports tabled before this House. Therefore, I don't think the Honorable Member for Funyula is in order to be misleading Kenyans who are watching us, Honorable Speaker, that we are here debating the conduct of a member. We are debating the contents of a report that is rightly before this House, Honorable Speaker. Therefore, you should not mislead the House, Honorable Speaker, that we have no business to debate the conduct. And indeed, Honorable Speaker, let me not get into debate. I hope I'll get an opportunity to do that, Honorable Speaker. But the House has the right to debate even the conduct of a member should a substantive motion be brought. And what is before the House is a motion. I know the member for Funyula is having his first term, but it's good to appraise himself for what happens in the House.
You know, I can see now the Honorable Passaris. Maybe you want to disagree, but you know it is not done that way. Let me also make it absolutely clear to all of you that the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya obligates all of us, among other things, and except in exceptional circumstances, Parliament is obligated to conduct its affairs in the open, in a transparent manner. And this House is at liberty to discuss or debate the conduct of anybody, including the conduct of the President, including the conduct of the Speaker. Yeah? It will not be discussed in camera. Maybe the Honorable Member for Funyula may have forgotten. He may have forgotten that this House has an occasion to discuss motions of this nature here in the open. In fact, and as resolved, it was just during this Parliament that the two members, the member for Embakasi East and the member for Stare, the report about the complaint launched against them was brought to this House. It was debated. Was it not about their conduct? Was it not about their conduct? This House reprimanded them. They even went and apologized. Yeah? So we are being selective. How is it? What is this new thinking that has engulfed the House? That when it comes to discussing, remember, Honorable Odo, you, as a member of this House, can bring a motion to impeach the President. Would you be suggesting by your argument that that motion should be discussed in somewhere in one of in the dark rooms? It will be discussed and debated here. Isn't it? Remember, if you gag yourself, and I want to just caution the House, you gag yourself today, then you must gag yourself forever. because those impeachment motions will be about conduct. So to argue, you might as well then repeal the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Act, and also repeal the Leadership and Integrity Act. Indeed, go ahead and repeal Article 75, 76, and 77 of the Constitution. So I think you can oppose, but please don't use because now this is a law. When you misapply it, the Constitution commands us to do all our business in the open. Now, if you suggest, Honorable Undo, that we should retreat into camera because this matter is weighty, according to you, or I don't know, whatever, then you could suggest and move a motion to that effect. The House can, in exceptional circumstances, resolve to hear a matter in camera. So, Honorable Undo, just proceed, but please be informed.
Okay, Honorable Speaker, well guided. I made a reference, first of all, on 2 points or two issues, Honorable Speaker. One, we are honorable members and we are colleagues. We are colleagues. And being colleagues, we have a moral duty to protect the good name of our fellow colleagues. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, yes, it's true, we'll debate the report that is before the House. But behind the mind of all Kenyans who are listening to us, there is a genesis to that matter. And the matter here, Honorable Speaker, is dealing with a lady. It's dealing with a honorable lady. Honorable Speaker, we are dealing with a mother. Honorable Speaker, we are dealing with a respectable lady in society. That's why I want to urge my colleagues. Today, it is Fatuma Gedi. Tomorrow, it will be you and I. As much as there could be credible evidence to suggest that a mistake was committed, an illegality was committed, as Africans, as members of this community called Kenya, there is a better way of dealing with our internal issues. As much as we debate, as much as we want to unmask ourselves, as much as we want to take the time to settle political scores, it is not in order. It's un-African for us to stand and debate the conduct of whatever it is in this kind of a manner. Honorable Speaker, for that reason, I stand to oppose the report and request my fellow colleagues that whatever has been done is enough punishment for any mistake the honorable member had committed. I seek that all members, we do oppose this report and put this matter to rest. Leave it where it is. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I want us to know, what is it that we are debating? What is the issue? Leakage of official communication. I think I would ask you to look at all the observations, testimonies that have been given. Is there the issue is whether there is leakage or no leakage. Was there any leakage? Yes. Was there leakage? Yes. There was no leakage. Yes. According to some there was no leakage according to some. You see, this is a problem, and we have said it severally in this House. We have said it severally in this House. The Honorable Passaris, you appear to be burning with something. Say it.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In the era of increased gender-based violence, when a member actually threatens to punch another member, and especially a woman in the House. And some of the things that you didn't hear were the insults that he was levying. Even I can't repeat the insults, but I won't go there. Let me tell you about the report, Mr. Speaker. I've read the report. It is true that Honorable Gladys appeared before the committee. It is true that she stated very clearly, she did not lie, she held herself with integrity, and she said, yes, I did acquire that, the said documentation, but she did not say that she leaked the document. She actually said she never leaked that document. So when Honorable Didmus here stands up and misleads the entire country and puts it on the Hansard that Honorable Gladys admitted to the committee that she leaked the document, that is misleading the House. We know that this has got nothing to do with the document. This is just a war, the wars that we have outside Parliament being brought into the House. Honorable Gladys, I know you don't want us to discuss the investigation material, but all this is related. This is a score trying to be settled between the two fractions that exist in the country. We want handshake, we want BBI, we do not want to be divided in the House. We do not want to be divided in the House. Conduct themselves with decorum. Mr. Speaker, if it's going to be debated, let it be debated with accuracy. Honorable Gladys, with her integrity, did not go into the House and deny that she asked for that document and she got it. She was obviously going through a lot of stressful and emotional period. She was being defamed by people who used a video from online and defamed her in front of her family, in front of society, in front of her electorate. So when she asked for that document, she did not deny. When she was asked, did you leak the document? She clearly stated to that committee, no, I did not. So the fact is, Honorable Didmus is standing here, besides wanting to beat me, and I challenge you with your, I mean, I'm sure
Honorable Passaris.
No, I mean,
I've just read to you, standing on 107. And you know, maybe you have not, it has not been applied to you. It's just about to. Don't be personal. No, proceed, continue with what you are. But don't, that thing of turning around and don't be personal.
Mr. Speaker, I'm a woman. Women are emotional beings, and that's why we have empathy.
You are in the wrong place. If you don't bring emotions here.
Mr. Speaker, because I am so emotional, can I donate my remaining meetings to Honorable Malala? Can I?
Proceed. But
Mr. Speaker, I stand to oppose. And if you allow me, I'd like to donate to anyone in this front row.
You have no authority. There's nothing to donate. You see, and you see now, that is the kind of thing that I told you. Read your standing orders. You start telling us you are donating. Donating what? Suddenly what you want to donate is not here. Donate elsewhere. Suddenly not in the chamber. Stop the donations. Stop the donations. With this. Sorry. Member for Kinangop.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity, and I must thank you for taking charge of the House today. In fact, if it were some of us would be allocating their address, PO box, wherever they live, because of the disorder. But nevertheless, I want to support this report based on the fact that the Privileges and Powers and Privileges Committee sat, and they did what they are supposed to do as a committee. They gave us findings, and they listened to all the witnesses. And indeed, there was an admission by one Honorable Fatuma Gedi that she indeed got that letter from our parliamentary staff. That is enough reason to guarantee and to really invoke Section 17 of Powers and Privileges Act. And indeed, this committee is even mild, because I can see from